Oh, we almost did it again.
Did what?
Yeah.
It's
The
not
sun will
flashing,
come out.
so it's all right.
Yes, tomorrow. All right.
So welcome you guys to another exciting Feel It Real Fun for All on the, I don't even have to look because I know my birthday's tomorrow, 9th of August 2024.
Happy birthday.
And it's your manifesting questions
To
answered
Victoria.
live. That's all right, babe. And there's no Neville quote to go for today.
Happy birthday to
No,
Victoria.
we don't need to do that.
Oh, yeah, we do.
It's not yet, so don't.
It's one day early.
Go to
Victoria.
20. Stop it. Joinremarkable.com.
All right.
Do you want to say anything about that, or we just go straight into
Joinremarkable.com, right? So,
Yes.
so join us and stretch. Da, da, da. For other goodies, go to NevilleGoddardStore.com.
Yes.
And for all the other good stuff, happyvictoria.com.
Okay, so that it's your manifesting questions answered live. I'm going to grab the iPad and we'll start with the first question.
All right.
So it's from Kelly Ray.
Kelly Ray.
Hello. Kelly Ray, a scene that implies I am wealthy?
That's right.
And Kelly Ray asks, how do I create a scene that implies I'm wealthy? Example, homeowner, full bank account of dollars, gainfully employed, etc. Or do I just do individual scenes?
All right. So there's a lot of mistakes a lot of people make. So we're going to start with a crass commercial for something free.
Sorry. Yes.
Howtofeelitreal.com. If you haven't done those, do those. Sign up. You'll get the daily email from me on the days I actually send it out. Penny and Lynn, welcome to the show. But howtofeelitreal.com. So my suggestion is, and Neville taught this, always imagine what implies your wish is fulfilled. And it's, we're going to hit this a couple different ways today based on the questions. But I really want you to just notice there's a couple ways you can play here. Now, in the howtofeelitreal.com videos, one of the things that we do is we cover the philosophy real quick, little tiny bits. The other thing we do is we cover the three main tools in the toolbox. For example, let's say you went shopping yesterday and it made the wrong noise. Right, you get to tap the card and it made the wrong noise.
It's happened to all of us.
Right, you get to revise that. Right, like I'm actually shocked if it ever makes the wrong noise. I'm not talking I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm talking about shocked.
Yes.
Right? So you get to revise not just that it made the wrong noise, but your reaction.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Because if it makes the wrong noise, it's look, obviously, Missy, you made a mistake.
Missy. What I find fascinating is she's given a few examples, which I'm assuming then
Those are the real wishes.
that's what are the real, example, homeowner. So I'm assuming, Kelly Ray, that you don't own your own home. Full bank account of dollars. I'm assuming there you don't feel like you have that. Gainfully employed, which might be wrong, but it feels like you've given all these examples, which, as you said, are the real wishes, the real desires.
So we pay our mortgage fortnightly. In America, you don't know what that means. Right? That's once every 14 days. Right? It's sort of like twice a month, but differently. Right? So we pay the mortgage fortnightly.
Yes.
And I have on Google examples or calendars, transfer money. So I transfer $2,000 to Victoria's account every second Tuesday.
Done and dusted.
Because every second Friday, the mortgage goes out.
Yeah.
Right? And we also don't pay the minimum payments. We pay more.
Pay double.
So,
Yes.
and it's just wonderful, right? So
Yes.
just bang it down, right? Now here's the fun thing, ready? I can imagine the calendar popping up. Transfer money. All right. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Calendar pops up, transfer money, done. So we don't pay the mortgage monthly. We pay it fortnightly. So it chunks off the interest a lot faster. We don't pay the minimum payment. We pay a lot more. So one imaginal experience of clicking the button and me telling her, transferred money for the mortgage, yo.
Yes.
So this is where we get to play Joe Weldon. We are savages. So it's these kind of little tiny things. By the way, you get this as personal for me because I spent a lot of money a long time ago on a course that was called The Time Value of Money or something. It was how to buy mortgages. And I learned really quick this whole thing of like, rightio, you want to save a lot of money in your life? Don't put it in the bank. Pay down your mortgage. Double your payments and then increase the frequency of that. Because we could pay it once a month. But if we pay it fortnightly and we double up, oh my God, the fun. But you get to even that. So this is where I'd play. So we're going to continue to answer this. Hopefully that made about as much sense as mud. And howtofeelitreal.com.
Yeah.
You've got to nail the basics. But I'll continue.
Yeah, cool. Excellent. Thank you, Kelly Ray, for your question. The next question is from Dream Driven Day Amanda, multi-sensory experience.
This is good.
So Amanda asks, how do you imagine wealth? Oh, interesting that they're both on so far. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, it's that time. It's summertime.
Right. How do you
and remember all the news. The news keeps saying we're all going to die. We're all going to starve. Right.
How do you imagine wealth when looking at online bank statements on a phone instead of touching, holding, feeling, smelling paper statements, or maybe winning tickets? I'd smell money. Like all of that. I just love the smell of money. How do you get that multi-sensory experience?
What you really want is the inner experience. The inner experience will determine the outer sensory experience. Right? And I'm a massive fan of sensory experience, by the way. So here's the thing. You pick up your phone, right? And you go to tap the thing. I type in, my password, and it pops up. And the multi-sensory experience it's the iPad. That's what I use for banking. So, yep, it is my multi-sensory experience if I had no money or zillions of dollars. Now, here's the cool thing, right? So, but what I'm not doing is typing in the password and holding my breath and feeling trepidation.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I hope I got enough money to... Right? So it's the experience of the eager anticipation of how much do I have and do I need to move any around? So we go back to that whole thing in Triple D. One of the things that we did in there was we explored the whole thing of the happy chemicals. And with the happy chemicals, I anticipate. I go in there and it's like, somebody bought something, somebody did something, kind of cool. It's that feeling of anticipation versus intimidation. And the sensory experience, I just feel the iPad. I feel my finger tap on it. Yeah, I can smell the dog on my lap while I do it.
Oh,
because he wouldn't
feel
come
the
around.
lick on your cheek.
Because he wouldn't come around if I was tense.
No, yeah, true.
Maureen, welcome to the show.
He'd be giving you loads of kisses. Yeah.
So let's start there.
Okay.
Remember the number one priority. By the way, here's another one. Ready? Today we're having lunch. It's pork belly Bruce Roop. And when we have something like for lunch, pork belly Bruce Roop, right? My primary experience is not the smell of the pork belly. It's not even hearing her yum. My primary experience is my experience, that my inner of her yum, right? And of course I smell the pork belly, but the primary experience, oh yeah, baby. So.
Cool.
We should do a course, Manifesting with Grunts.
With pork belly.
We've actually done that in a couple calls, live calls, but I digress.
Right.
So,
excellent.
Let us continue, Victoria.
Thank you very much, Amanda. And it looks like you've snuck a second one in. Excuse me. So that was from Dream Driven Day Amanda, and the next one is from Dream Driven Amanda as well. Fixing, remembering when.
I called it that.
Yes. And Amanda asks, when using I remember when, is it better to do a session for each item or to go for a more general feeling? For example, I remember when I was poor and now I am wealthy. Or more specific things such as I remember when I had a big credit card bill and now it's paid off.
So I used to have a BMW that I fell out of love with. And the last couple weeks that I drove the BMW that I fell out of love with was I felt it in the past. I remembered enjoying it. I just remembered the car. While I'm driving the car, I'm just feeling that car as a car I used to own. I'm feeling it. I don't know how you're using words here. One of the things that I notice where people get stuck is trying to figure out exactly what the thing is and what the words are and all that stuff. I've shared, we did a call called Remembering When Mastery or Remembering When to the Max or something. Get that. One of the things that I bring up there was I started remembering when I was the guy who moved from being sickly to super fit, who being told by doctors he'd be crippled in his 20s to being a karate champion, moving from being a teenage bedwetter to a teenage black belt that was nationally ranked. And I started remembering when I moved from that one state to the other. It's a real subtle thing. It's beyond the scope of the show. Get that call. The other thing is remembering when is a feeling. So when I worked in the nursing home, and I literally had shitty experiences during the day, I felt them into the past while they were happening. They were like memories. And so, what I'd suggest here is it's not about specific or general. It's about you. So I would feel as I was driving my car, that car in the past. I would feel while wiping Mabel's ass in the past. I still participated in driving the car.
Still wiped her ass.
And still wiped Mabel's ass.
But it became a memory.
But it became a memory, so it didn't enslave me anymore, and I wasn't reacting to why isn't my business taking off? Why am I not doing what I want to do in this world? So that's where I'd play. That Remembering When to the Max, or Remembering When Mastery, whatever it's called, NevilleGoddardStore.com. Get that. That's in the 2024 section, I believe, and also in the live call section. But it's such a good call. Yes. And if you want to just see, hey, is what he's saying working? Go see what I looked like in December. Right? And then look at this. So.
Cool. Excellent. Thank you, Amanda.
That's right.
I reckon the other great one, which probably Amanda's heard and lots of people have, but your one at December 25th.
Yeah, that's what it refers to.
Yeah, because I know it's like sometimes it can feel like it's easy to get it mucked back to front, which is exactly what happened to you.
Yes.
It's a remembering when technique is what I mean. Yeah. Can get back to front, whereas it's simply like Neville's remembering when she was single
by imagining her
married.
Yes.
Yeah. And it can, sometimes it can just get, because we want it so much and we get it wrong.
Yeah, you start reliving.
Yeah.
And you keep living.
Yeah.
Lisa and LaRock, looking fabulous 2020. Thank you.
Cool.
I love compliments. I am just, I've got, my brain chemistry doesn't allow me to keep them. So I seriously, I don't keep a compliment. I'll totally forget about it in 10 minutes. Right? I'll just lose the feeling. So, and there's some cool shit there, which is fun. So thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Cool.
All right.
Oh, it's a quick show today. That's because you got a phone coming. Oh, no. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, it's a double show
it's
today.
It's a double.
It's the double show.
So the next question today is from remarkable Lisa Ann LaRock. Unique offering. And Lisa asks, actually, I have another question.
We're doing your second question
Well, we're
first.
doing the first.
Yeah.
But, yeah, second one first. Okay. Lisa says, 20, I would like to know what is absolutely necessary to get my new unique offering out into the world. Do I need a website? Where do I or we start once we are smitten with a starving world?
The number one thing for me is being value-able. And there is so much evidence in the world that suggests that you're not. Whatever you have to offer, if it brings value to you, it will bring value to others. It has to.
Yeah.
And being able with that. Just it's when people experience. I tell you who my competition is. My competition are people that teach what matters is hard work. What matters is emotions. What matters is numbers. What matters is rocks in the sky. That's my competition. And people love that shit. because it seems to imply, and it probably does imply, the power's outside of you, and you just got to wait for everything to go favorable. So that's my competition. I have to believe with all of my heart that today's show matters, or else I wouldn't bother showing up. I have to believe in my entire beingness that what we do here matters, even though my last video got 88 views. We've got 12 people here live today. The Facebook algorithm, as far as I can tell, sucks right now, and so does our time of day probably. But this video will probably get, based on other statistics, I'll watch it, and over the next week it'll get over 1,000 views. No matter what the numbers are, I have to believe that this, what I share now, will bless someone, that it has value. Now all the tech,
Sorry, now the what?
now all the tech,
Oh, yeah.
the technical stuff. Do you need a website? I don't know. Do you need a podcast? I don't know. I've fallen in love with, and I sorely neglect. What's that thing? Beth gives me money every month. I've got half a dozen people that give me money every month through Substack.
Substack. I knew it was
I need to start getting on Substack more. I don't have a habit there. But I swear to God, I put up something on Substack, and almost every single time I hear from at least one person. And it's like, I have to remember that the Substack platform it enables me to provide value. And so I think this is the number one thing, because when you have a bad day or a bad month or a bad year when it comes to numbers, you have to be able to look them in the eye and just go, that is not what matters. Because if you have a bad day, you'll project it into a month. You'll project a month into a year. And suddenly, if you stop believing that this beckoning, that this destiny inside of you, you must believe in that. And then all the tech stuff, I'm just nuts about it. I'm a technological moron, just to be honest. But I can hack at shit, and I can get in touch with people that can fix things that I can't. And I think that's what's important. The other side of the coin, you asked about a website. If you're not a web kind of person, I'm going to suggest something called elementor.com. Great place to put up a website. Really, really good. For like $100 a year, they take care of all the bullshit. On the other hand, if you sign up for Elementor and you can't handle it, you give someone $1,000 and let them do that. Let them set it all up for you. Because you came here for your thing. I happen to be gifted with something called WordPress, so I can get in there and hack and play. Some people aren't, and I suggest, hey, have somebody else set it up for you and have them teach you how to upgrade it. So you can do that. So the tango before the toys. You really got to get the dance of you matters. Elementor, that's it. So fantastic little thing. I should be, I don't know if they have an affiliate program or not, don't care. But I give them money, right? Because they make my life simple. So let's begin there. How'd I do? Do you have something you want to add to that?
Yeah, no, you did fabulous.
Cool.
I'm feeling like I loved like where you value able, where you're giving value, and then when sitting in that, I reckon what you're drawn to. So if it's not
totally,
website, if it's not, it's just rest there. That's, I know I'm giving value, and I know I love what I do, and people love what I do. So then where am I being led? And the beckoning, it just happens, I reckon.
By the way, if this turns you on, like y'all that aren't in Remarkable, join remarkable.com. This is the nature of the conversation and play there. This is very different than, hey, how do I manifest my special person? Another thing with allow yourself to get wobbly. So if your desire is to ride a bicycle and you've never ridden a bicycle before, I taught my mom how to ride a bicycle. She never knew. And that's not right. And so my mom would have been in her 30s. learning how to ride a bicycle. Got her an old 3-speed bicycle at a yard sale.
Yeah.
Right? Pumped up the tires, and here we go. And down the street she goes. Bebop doo-bop. Right?
Break.
Yeah. And it's like, and I just remember yelling at her, yeah, aim at the hedges, aim at the bushes. Yeah, because she forgot about braking. It's one of my favorite memories from childhood.
Oh, wow.
Right?
And normally it's the other way around,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. So I taught Mom how to ride a bicycle.
Yeah.
But she had to be willing to get wobbly. And when I talk to people that want to be coaches and stuff, and I tell them, look, you got to consider writing, podcasting, videos. And when they say, all that stuff makes me uncomfortable, all I want to do is like hide in a closet and do coaching. And it's like, fuck, man. You can do that. You can spend a lot of money driving traffic to you. But I suggest letting people know that you have wisdom.
And I love the word that you've used for many years now, the vulnerable.
Yeah, vulnerable of the heart.
Vulnerable, like of the heart.
Yes.
And just, yeah.
You've got to be willing to get vulnerable and be wobbly. By the way, you ever fall in love with someone? Right? Vulnerable and wobbly.
Yeah.
No matter how cool you look on the outside, vulnerable and wobbly.
Yeah.
You want people to love your stuff? Vulnerable and wobbly. I didn't valuable. Oh, what a trifecta.
Nice.
Lovely. Cool.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa.
Y'all have normalized uncomfortable to me. Beautiful.
Normalized uncomfortable.
By the way, y'all got to remember, I'm an introvert, and I used to be extremely shy. And today I got a free buggy at the Kohl's. Yeah. Now where we live, the local government has mandated that you have to pay for the buggy, so you take the buggy back because they got tired of homeless people taking them and then having to bring them back. So it's like, they're going to penalize the people that don't take the carts. And heck, if I can take a cart and take it home for $1, I'll still put my coin in there and take the cart. Cart costs $250. Right? This is a no-brainer. Right?
You'd say that.
Yeah. So it's like I can, and in my mind, it's like, if I put $1 in, I bought a cart. This is great, right? But I seem to digress. But I got me a free cart today. There's one cart that makes its way around the parking lot, and it doesn't have the thing that you put a coin thing in.
Yeah.
So I used it, and I'm offloading. I offloaded all into the car, and I turn around, and there's a young lady walking toward the entrance of the shops. And so I said, yo, you want a free cart? And it turns out it's Nina from the pool. Oh, my God, it's Nina, right? Now, Nina is awesome. She's heard about Bruce and Emmett a lot. And meanwhile, as soon as I go, it's Nina, the boys are in the back of the BMW going nuts. And I'm like, guys, settle. It's Nina. We love Nina. Right? And they're like, okay. And I said, you want to meet him? She goes, yeah, because she's heard all about him. So we end up going over, talking about stuff, and she meets the boys. She pets Bruce. She waves at Emmett. And
don't touch Emmett.
Yeah, and life is good. But there's a reason why I'm telling you all this. And let's get on with the next question.
Okay.
All
right. So that was for Remarkable Lisa. Oh, I see. So,
yes.
Right. Thank you for your question.
And I used to be really shy. Now I'll engage a total stranger to give him a free cart. Right? I was wobbly-kneed for a long time. Now I'm not. Now, for me, it's just energy. Let me run with this. Let me have some fun. Brian, welcome to the show. All right. Next, Victoria.
Next is from Manifesting Mastery Jordan. How do you feel powerful? And Jordan asks, how do you feel powerful in your imagination? Is manifestation as simple as just feeling joy, no matter what the object, person, or events that may arise?
Cool. So we call this the IU push. The IU push is asking...
Well, but then maybe he is asking you, how do you feel powerful? I don't know. Could
be, but it sounds to me like you want to feel that.
Yeah.
So by the way, if it is an honest question, how do I feel powerful? I don't. What I don't bother doing is feeling small and weak. So I can imagine, and this is what I'd suggest you notice, if you don't feel powerful, right? You get to notice, hey, how do I imagine what I actually feel? Because some people will do it, hear voices in their head. Other people will see catastrophe, right? Or aluminum helicopters or something like that. You get to notice how you feel what you feel. And then you change that. Right? So, and this goes back to like Amanda's question and the other one. It's who was at the first?
Kelly Ray.
Kelly Ray. Right? So someone who hears, if you've got a memory of attempting to cash out and being told there's no money in your account, please leave the store and not embarrass yourself. Right? Now, someone who hears that in their head has to imagine, have a great day. Right? You hear something completely different, which implies you got your groceries and you left. Right? Other people, they had an experience where they tapped the card and it said, right. Didn't say approved, it went, yeah, right.
You got to be joking.
So the person who experiences looking at the thing and seeing, yeah, right, that's a complete different physiology. So, you can tap it and just like, you imagine it says, oh, right? Yeah, it says something different.
Yeah, right.
Right? So you've got to notice, how do you imagine shit so you can imagine shine the same kind of way?
Nice.
And because this is why a lot of people go, well, I just imagine this. And it's like, yeah, well, good for you. But we have to find out, how do they imagine shit so they can use the same kind of approach to imagine shine? So, anyway. Wait till somebody steals that.
Nice.
It is.
I like that.
It actually works.
Imagine shit when you can imagine shine.
If you're the kind of person that imagines people talking about you behind your back, it's like, oh, yeah, I went to her garden. It was horrible. It's just like, oh, disgusting, I tell you. You have to imagine people talking behind your back, going, my God, you should see what she's done there.
I'll see if I can get you an invite.
I'll see if I can get you an invite. While 20 sits at the top of the driveway. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
All right. Excellent. Thank you, Jordan, for your question. And the last question today.
We love these.
Yeah, I know. Here's the second one from the remarkable Lisa and LaRock. Elegant solutions. And Lisa asks, hello, 20 in Victoria. Last week you shared, Neville, without man, the wilderness remains untamed. We imagine in the garden. Gorgeous show, by the way.
Thank you. That was 1 week ago today, I believe.
Yeah. You mentioned the world is starving, be it for beauty, truth, love, help. Buckminster Fuller said...
By the way, I love Buckminster Fuller.
He loves Buckminster Fuller.
Seriously. I once had a Buckminster Fuller book. It was the one where he called himself like Lab Rat number 1 or something like that. And I was at the airport, and I walked away from all my shit, and somebody stole my book. And that's the only time I've ever had that kind of thing happen, where I've walked around and visually interrogated every single person.
Where's my book?
Yeah, where is it? But I seem to digress.
So Buckminster Fuller said, when I am working on a problem, I never think about beauty, but when I have finished, if the solution is not beautiful, I know it is wrong.
What a gorgeous quote.
Yeah. I just had to read ahead just to check that I was saying it right. So the space between the wish and its fulfillment can feel scary, and my actions inelegant. It's like you're wobbly.
Yes.
I once heard a young child express her fear of the dark. Her mother consoled her with, Jesus is with you in the dark. The girl replied, I want someone with skin, to be with me. What is the elegant solution when we feel fear and uncertainty? Thank you, Lisa.
All right, so here's a sneak peek into one of the things that we've explored in the Destiny Project, and it's attend to your innards. So what I suggested doing, and those who have done it have given me some fabulous feedbacks on this. A lot of times every day, just check in with your innards. Just check in with them. attend to them. They want to be attended to. And whatever you find there, don't label. And what happens is when you attend to your innards and not label what you find, that reveals energy. Energy that you can invest. On the other hand, if we attend to our innards and we label it, I feel fear down there, anxiety.
Yeah.
Right? As soon as we label it, it's no longer energy. It is, but it's masquerading as an emotion, which
But
leads
you've
to a
named
story.
it, so then it's like
Yes.
it can only keep perpetuating that way.
Exactly.
In a way. So yeah.
So now instead of it being a unique energy for a unique opportunity,
Yeah.
that's fear. I'm always afraid. Anger. I'm always, yeah.
Yeah, got you.
So we get to attend to our innards and notice what's there. What's there is energy. And we just get to notice that.
Yeah, I love that because it's like, I feel some tingling here, but without naming it, it's like, it's just like, it just tingles.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, yeah. If you don't name it, it's available.
Yeah.
If you name it, now it's not available. You put it in a box.
Yeah.
And you either have to do it's usually becomes something that we have to do something about. And so let's go back to the question again.
So last week about without man the wilderness remains untamed,
Yep.
and we imagine the garden.
Cool. So the space between the wish and its fulfillment can feel scary and my actions inelegant.
Yeah.
So you attend to your innards. And your innards are your innards. And it just notices there's just energy there.
I love that actually because Lisa did say it can feel scary, but just my actions inelegant.
Yes.
It's not naming it bad or good or like
Yes.
it's just
It's
inelegant.
just wobbly.
Yeah, which is nice.
When your innards have energy, there's wobbly.
Yeah.
And the wobbly does what wobbly does. And then we get to invest that energy. And so I start out every morning, I swear to God. By the way, has the writing in Remarkable been pretty kick-ass, the couple last things I've just posted?
Your posts, yes.
Really good stuff. And it all starts out with me sitting there with absolutely nothing. Nothing. And I check in with my innards. And then I take a little trip, which is beyond the scope of this show. And the little trip invites something. And the typing begins. And the revelations are revealed. And it's just like, wow, this is good shit. And then I walk away from it and I come back and I notice, okay, let's just change a couple things here to make it more clear for you guys. And then I may walk away or I may not. And then out it comes. But can you hear the anticipation in there? That's as far as I dare to label it. Because I've used it. I've used the energy. And if I get in the habit of doing that, I can now label something that's following using all that energy. I'm anticipating. Click. So the willingness to be wobbly, to go through the awkward phase, there's a tiny bit of awkward when I yell at a stranger, a seeming stranger, yo, do you want a free cart? I sound cool and calm, but there's a little bit of wobbly in there. Because I've been glared at. Oh, I'd love it. And when they glare at me, I sort of go wobbly, and then there's energy. And it's like, hey, that's all right. Have a great day, sweetie. Right? Anyway, that's called humor. How's that? Buckminster, beautiful. I notice, so your desires are divine in origin. Wobbly like a babe. Yes. Your desires are divine in origin. Each desire has its own plan and power of fulfillment. And we get to be wobbly with that. You notice babies, they wobble. They play with walking before they stand.
But it's full of anticipation in them. It's not like,
you can
oh
see
my
it.
God, fear I'm going to fall, because that's not where they're at.
They're just
look
going,
at me, I took a step.
Well, before they even do that, while they're laying there, going through the stepping kind of motions,
Yeah.
watch their energy.
Yeah.
And then they stand up and and maybe they fall. But if the parents don't overreact, they won't. If the parents overreact because, oh my God, it might be broken. Yeah. Now we've got labeling going on. Wow. So I think that's pretty good. Anything else in there? When someone was, that's lovely. What's the elegant solution? Yeah. Just check in, attend to your innards, and let the energy do its job. It's there. You know, I sit there and I don't know what I'm going to write. I have no clue. Then a vagueness shows up, and then it starts to chunk and trickle down. It's lovely, and so on and so forth. By the way,
Totally get the don't label, because that is exactly how I felt, because I remember I told you how I went and visited a lovely friend.
yes,
And I had said that I can't stay. I just want to drop you off some yummy soup that I made and the best sausages in the world. And but realising I'd walked in and she had a friend there, and anyway, I said to 20, I just felt like I was like you named it, the third wheel.
Yes.
It was like, whoa, like, and felt uncomfortable. So I could say I felt inelegant. And I really get for manifestingmasterycourse.com, what did I make it me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I left the food and, of course, gave her a hug and all of that and left, but just felt like the eyes were all on me, like, it was just awful, and I just wanted to run away. And, and even though I don't know how much I labelled it, but I do remember then driving home and thinking, because I'm scrambling. It felt like the rational mind scrambling for why was it that way,
yeah, nice.
And why did I make it feel that way when there was probably nothing there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, taking it back to Manifesting Mastery Lesson 1, what am I making it mean?
Yes.
And like you said, we don't need to label it, you know.
Yep.
You just felt something. I could, and it
Oh.
would have been lovely if I just rested in.
By the way, let's almost label it. You felt a wobbly.
I felt very wobbly.
Yeah, you felt a wobbly. What's the nature of energy?
Yeah,
It's a sine
the
wave.
wobbly line.
It's a wobbly.
Yeah.
Right? Energy's not, right? I insist it be this way. I insist you do this. I insist. And we all do it. And so there was this planning of how it would be when you dropped it off. We all do that too.
Yeah.
The plan did not come
It didn't go to plan.
It didn't go to plan, right?
I thought I was going to have this lovely little 5 special minutes with her, and it ended up being like the eyes were just on me. Like,
Yeah, you got to have some wobbly.
I know. I think it's all right.
I'm just
He's
listening.
getting his phone delivered today,
Yes,
so
I'm getting
we've got to
a new phone.
check.
All right.
Okay, excellent.
If you know what I love about words like wobbly? They're not better than or worse than. It's not positive or negative. I check in and so I attend, and in there's just it's the wobbly. Right? That's what it does.
I just wish I'd known that word, and that I could be. Almost feels like bold enough to just say while I'm there, while they're looking at me, I'm feeling a bit wobbly.
Cool. So you could revise that into it.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, revise it. That's maybe just up front. This is how I'm feeling.
Yeah. I'm feeling wobbly.
See ya. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
So is that cool?
I think that's good.
Oh, and I love that. Jesus is with me. I want someone with skin to be with me. That's just gorgeous. I just want to give that little girl a massive hug, or child. Yeah. Okay.
I love it.
All right. So what we want to know is, tell us, what was your hashtag, strawberry bit? And I've got a few. I loved how you said how do you imagine shit and then imagine the shine or something
Totally.
like that?
Yep, you got to do it. It's so much more elegant to. It's the difference between if I pull to the top of the driveway, and I turn right to go to Watermark where I used to swim, but traffic's coming and I can't turn right. Well, if I turn left, I can go to the roundabout, go around there. So if I turn right, I'm driving the car. But if I decide I'm going to turn left, I'm going to get out and push it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Versus if I'm already driving the car in one direction, I will drive the car in another direction. Driving the car defined as in, how are you imagining this? Right? Are you seeing shit? Are you hearing shit? Yeah. What is it?
And my other strawberry bit, which actually is
2 strawberries.
so the same in a way,
what a rebel.
was the Buckminster Fuller
Yes.
quote. But just, I never think about beauty, but when I've finished, if the solution is not beautiful, I know it is wrong. And it's like, if I'm imagining shit, I know that's wrong.
Yes.
Imagine beauty, imagine the shine. So
Yes.
I love that Buckminster.
What if you found beauty all day? Just for fun. Right?
And right, and you? What's your hashtag strawberry bits? You can shut the head.
How the theme of really just allowing showed up through all of them. Yeah, you're trying to force something, no matter what it is, versus just allowing. What's the most elegant, natural shift? What's the most elegant, natural? Yeah, you want to imagine wealth. What is it that you'd lack? What is it about your day that would change? Yeah, and often it is a lack. What do I want? Yeah, I want to know when I go shopping, I can buy what I need. All right. It's a different experience compared to trying to force a lot of, well, imagine you're driving a new car, taking vacations 3 times a year, all that crazy shit.
Yeah, in my private jet.
Yeah, exactly. But just noticing how natural we can let it be and how it all flowed through the show. It's a non-specific strawberry bit.
Yes.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, you guys.
Ready, Victoria? Crass commercials?
You can.
All right. If you're just getting started with us, howtofeelitreal.com. Go there, sign up. We will send you a confirmation email. Click the link. If you don't, we can't. Joinremarkable.com. That's one word. We've got a Call This USA Sunday. Cool. If you join now, you can still get on that. You get a whole bunch of bonuses, a whole bunch of goodies. Joinremarkable.com. And I tell you what, I think I'm going to make that my strawberry bit. Where we play there, and it shows up in the questions. Where we play there, it's just a very different thing. So the fact we've got that flow in these calls, or that flow in these shows, means heaps to me. So
Cool.
That's it. Penny says, can hardly wait. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's it. Love you guys. Have a lovely day.
And weekend. See yas.
Happy birthday to Victor.